Welcome back, mathematicians. It is time for math with Miss Carter. As I promised earlier this week, we're going to do another review question just before we get started into our lesson. So today, I took it back to when we were in our classroom and we had to find out the unknown in an addition problem. Now, if you remember correctly, this question mark means that we don't know what that number is. So this problem would read 7 plus question mark equals 13. We need to figure out what that question mark is. Who remembers how to do a problem like this? What's one strategy that we learned? Right, we can put the number in our head and count on. That's a strategy. Which number will we put in our head? Am I going to put 13 in my head? Or am I going to put 7 in my head? Right, I'm going to put 7 in my head because we know that a part plus a part equals a whole. And we need to figure out our other parts. So I can't start at the whole. So if I put 7 in my head and I count up, let's see what I would get to. So here's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 6. So I'm going to take my 6 and I'm going to erase my question mark and I'm going to put it there. And let's see if it's right because we always should check our math. 7 plus 6. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That definitely got me to 13. What's another way I could have done this strategy though? What's another thing I could have done? I could have started at 13 and counted back. Counted back to 7. So let's see. Remember, if I'm counting back, my numbers need to get smaller. So I have 13 in my head, and I'm going to count backwards now. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I still came up with 6. That's a good way to check my math. Both times, my question mark came up to 6. So the question mark is equal to 6. Another way that a few of us learned how to balance an equation was to whatever happens on one side of the equal sign has to happen on the other side of the equal sign. And when you get a little older, you're going to learn that you have to get this question mark by itself on this side. The only way to get this question mark by itself on this side is to subtract 7 from both sides. So that means I'm going to take away 7 from this side and take away 7 from this side. So 7 take away 7 equals 0. So it's like 0 plus question mark or nothing. Question mark is now by itself. And 13 minus 7, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 equals 6. I know that might have been a little complicated, but as long as you got a 6, you are on the right track. We're going to keep doing some spiral review practices just so you can remember, because you guys got to go to second grade ready. Now, today, Miss Carter has to plug in her computer, guys, because I don't want it to die. Today, we're going to continue working on subtraction with our double-digit numbers. Double-digit numbers means that it's 2 digits. Double means 2, and digit is the place there, okay? So, we have 3 double-digit subtraction problems that I want to work out with you guys. But remember, we're not using a place value chart anymore. So, our numbers are not going to be on top of each other. They are vertical. They are horizontal. They're not vertical. Our first problem, if you can see, is 85 minus 25. And we always want to point out which number or which digit in each number is in the ones place. So I'm going to look at my first number, 85, and which digit is in the ones place, the 8 or the 5? Right, if you remember correctly, when we're looking at math, we start from the right and work our way to the left. So if I start from the right, I get my ones. And that means the 5 is in my ones column. And the 8 is in my tens column. So for the number 25, that 5 is in my ones column as well. So now I can do part of my math problem. 5 minus 5 equals what? Right, 0. So I'm going to put my 0 there in my ones place again. And then I'm going to move on to the numbers that are in my tens place, which is my 8 and my 2. 8 minus 2, I'll draw an arrow so you can see which way we're going. 8 minus 2 equals, correct, 6. So now I'm going to put my 6 there. And now I know that 85 minus 25 equals 60. I hope you guys are following along at home with me. The next problem is 46 minus 34. And again, I'm just going to point out which digit is in my tens place and which digit is in my ones place. So for this one, I have a 6 in my ones place and a 4 in my ones place. I'm going to say 6 minus 4 because that's the way my problem reads from left to right. But when I'm identifying those places, I look from right to left. I know it can be a little bit confusing, but we're going to keep practicing it until we get it. 6 minus 4 equals 2. And 4 minus 3, the numbers in our tens place, equal 1. So 46 minus 34 equals 12. Remember, we always know with subtraction, our number should be getting smaller. So whatever our answer is should be smaller than that biggest number, okay? All right, the last one that we had to do today is 86 minus 15. And we're going to do it again and point out what's in our ones column. And that's going to be a 6 and a 5. 6, 5. 6 minus 5 equals 1. And I'm going to keep that in my ones column as well. Remember, my ones column is going to be the one that's closest to the right-hand side. And then I have 8 minus 1, which gives me 7. So 86 minus 15 equals 71. I hope you guys are understanding everything that we've been going over in math, because guess what? Tomorrow you have a quiz. Don't worry, don't stress. We'll keep practicing. If you don't get it, I'm here to help, okay? But I have a few problems for you guys to work out on your own at home. The first problem that you guys are going to do is 67 minus 16, then 58 minus 34, 46 minus 35, and 27 minus 6. These are your problems that you're going to do on your own and submit your work through Dojo. I hope you guys have enjoyed math with Miss Carter and that you learned a little bit more about subtracting those double-digit numbers. I'll see you guys tomorrow.